Hi all you YouTubers out there. Today's video is about, announcement. You guys watched me to learn how to make porn, sell porn. And I've had a lot of guys help me out over the months and years on how to do just that, where to go, equipment, what you can get away with, what you can't. Anyway, I do these videos in part to kind of give back and to help others that were like me that wanted to, shoot their wife, make porn, their wife or their girlfriend, and then find a way to turn around and make a buck off of it. But it's nice to know that your wife or girlfriend, people out there, want our videos. Or maybe you're just a pervert like we all are and want to shoot porn. You want to create art, whatever you want to call it. I enjoy doing porn for creating in the movie side. I have recently purchased 2 days ago get the name right here, a Young Nuo, I believe that's how it's pronounced, or Young Nuo. I think it's a Yongno. Young Nuo 50mm lens. I am using a Rebel SL1, so I do have the APC-C sensor. For those of you who are saying, what the hell is that? It took me a while to figure this out, even though I bought the damn camera. And how that affects lenses and shooting. Basically, it's a crop sensor. So full frame camera, which is 35mm, whatever lens you get, that's what you're shooting. So if you get a 50mm lens on a full sensor camera, you're shooting in 50mm. On a crop sensor camera, it's different. You need to multiply whatever the millimeter lens that you're using by 1.6. So the lens that I bought, which is a 50mm, you need to multiply that by 1.6, and it comes out to 80mm, and that's what the camera's going to shoot. Basically, it crops the image down. So what I've done with this shoot is I've taken my kit lens, which is an 18 to 55mm lens, and I've set it to what I believe is going to be right about 80mm. I'm actually really excited about this lens. You can get some really cool bokeh with it. I've heard both good and bad reviews on this lens. However, Canon puts out the Nifty 50. And for any of you who have DSLR cameras, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the Nifty 50, or at least you know of it. It's a lens that pretty much everyone seems to have. The 50mm lens is pretty unique in its focal length, and you can get some really cool, interesting shots, both video and still photography. I wanted to add to my lenses and to my production value and be able to get different shots. So I'm very excited to shoot with it. The reviews that I saw, the Canon Nifty 50, and especially the new 50mm lens that they put out, which has ultra silent motor and I believe image stabilizing, which is a huge bonus. But the Nifty 50 is about $100, and I believe the new 50mm that they came out with their ultra silent motor is about $150 or no, $250. Well, it's not super expensive, but it does take a bite out of my budget. And like you, a lot of you are on a budget, a pretty narrow budget. So if you have, any of you that have these DSLR cameras, this Yongnuo 50mm lens is awesome. Even though the Canon lenses beat it out in sharpness and clarity and vignetting and all the technical aspects, it seems like the bokeh of the non-Nuo 50 is a little bit better than the Canon 50. But here's the kicker. The Yongnuo 50 isn't quite as good as the Canon 50, but it's almost as good as the Canon 50. So why did I buy it? If it's almost as good, why not go with the Canon? Simple. I picked this lens up for $49 from BH Photo Video. And you can't beat that. I mean, I could spend double the price to get a smidget better quality, which you're probably really not going to notice in too much in video. Or I could save 50 bucks and go with the other camera. So, or excuse me, go with the other lens. And that's what I did. So I'm really excited to get that. It should be arriving here on the 4th of February this month. So as soon as I get that, I'll probably take some pictures and I may shoot a short little video with it. Like I said, it does not have image stabilization. So I don't know how I'm going to fully integrate that into shooting video. I might have to use it only on a tripod. For those of you who watched my last video, I'm using my Cobra Crane right now as my camera mount. Camera's probably 4.5, 5 feet away. So it's I like the focal length. It's going to allow me to get in some really good close shots to get those money shots. It does have the Yongnuo has basically 1.5 foot focal length, or excuse me, minimum distance focusing, so I can still get in pretty close. Where I was having some issues with this lens when I was in Vegas. For those of you who know, I went to AVN, the AVN Expo, and did a shoot with Miss Ling Ling. It was awesome. It was cool. But I did notice at the expo and doing the shoot that if I get too close to a subject, this lens tends to go softer or even blur a little bit. And sometimes you want to get right up into the action. So I guess the lesson here is learn your lens and learn how to shoot with it. Got my business cards made. Yes, I did. I'll probably flash one around here somewhere. Vegas was interesting, let me tell you. I met a lot of really, really cool people. Some pretty big names in the industry. For those of you who are watching, you're awesome. You made my time there very memorable. Especially some of the porn stars that I met. Simple Celeste comes to mind. Elijah Allure and her sister. I'm so sorry, I can't remember your first name. That's bad. That's bad. Anyway, you guys were amazingly awesome, very nice and polite. You really made the whole experience amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed myself and make me want to come back next year and shoot more video. The other thing I want to talk about is, for those of you that have followed me from pretty much the beginning, I started off with trying to tell you guys or direct you guys on how to produce porn and to make a buck at it. I have now become professional. I am editing for Miss Ling Ling. I'm doing some shoots for Miss Ling Ling. I've even found another woman that I am currently shooting with. We are creating content. We're holding off on releasing that content till we can get enough videos of her up to where we can release it. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, the best cocksucker in the frickin' world. And that is no joke. I mean, even though it's on video, that is this woman's claim to fame. And I believe that ability is going to skyrocket her to the top. She's dedicated. She loves what she does. And that mouth is, you're just like, you explode. There's no other way to explain it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. She had my legs shaking and I was lying down. My legs were jumping left and right. I mean, it was crazy. Anyway, so look forward to seeing Cookie Monster, her release. I'm hoping that release will be probably within the next 4 weeks. when we can go ahead and have enough content to release to the market. And let me tell you guys, she's definitely worth watching. The other thing is, I've been telling you guys on how to sell your porn. One of the ways that I was doing it for a while, and that is, I was using WeTransfer. Now, WeTransfer.com is an awesome resource, especially if you are editing on a professional level. Dropbox and Google Drive are awesome tools to use and to have, and I do have them both. But if you need a file to get from point A to point B, in this case, let's say California to New York, and you want it there kind of quickly, it takes about 10 minutes to upload 2 gigs of data, and takes, depending on your connection, I have a really fast connection, takes me a minute and a half to download. Google Drive, and same thing with Dropbox, they take a long time to process your file content. I guess they're compressing it for transfer. I don't know. Tried to transfer about 2 gigs of data from Vegas to here so I could work on it before I left for AVN the end of January. You know, it didn't post until the following day. So if you need to transfer files, or someone buys some of your content and you don't have a website up, or you're trying to kind of hide your activities from your significant other and you don't want that paper trail, use WeTransfer. It's been successful for me, especially with Eddie Loida. But now, hey, I got the green light to run this business and do what it takes to make it successful from my wife. So that means I get to pull out the stops, and I'm creating a website. So the website or the web host provider that I've chosen is 24/7. Unlimited downloads, unlimited uploads, no bandwidth restrictions. You get to, create your own web page, use their templates, whatnot. I haven't created it or built it yet. I'm gonna do that actually tomorrow. I'll make the purchase. Very inexpensive. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like $6.50 or something like that, $7.50 or $7 a month, for unlimited downloads, which is amazing. So, and then of course you can create a e-commerce site, and you can connect it to PayPal. PayPal is going to take their 3.5% or 2.5%, whatever it is. But I don't have to go through building a gateway or getting a gateway and a credit card processing company, and they check credit, and it takes like 700 and some odd bucks. I mean, it's expensive and a big hassle. So I'll be using PayPal. So now when people want to buy my videos of Deloitte or Cookie Monster or whoever else I'm going to be getting in the future, and I'm in negotiations now with a very sexy Filipina that I hope to bring on. It'll allow people to come to the website. So let's say I draw them to the site because they're interested in buying Eddie Loida's videos. Well, hey, there's Cookie Monster, and hopefully there's another woman or two or several up there. So they buy Eddie Loida's stuff, but they like Cookie Monster. They go into her and they see her cocksucking ability and go, holy crap, I got it, gotta have it. And so they download that. So I'm trying to kind of create a hub of all my content in one place that I shoot. I put out a casting call for tomorrow, and I've been getting some replies. And, I'm looking for guys and women, because you got to have guys to screw the women if you want to have good porn. Anyway, one of the guys that responded, and he mentioned he happened to have a fuck machine. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, holy crap. That is a machine that's run by an electric motor that runs a shaft that has a dildo on the end of it. And these things can get up to 250, 500,000 RPM, revolutions per minute. And they literally screw the living hell out of the woman. I've seen some of these videos before, not of this particular guy, but with these types of machines, and whoa, amazing. So, looks like I'm going to be having him be in some of the videos as well as his machine. Who knows, maybe I can buy the machine from him, or at least show me how to make one. So I'm very excited about that. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. Cookie Monster is going to be filming like crazy, so that's really cool. Guys, if you really want to make it out there, and you really want to shoot porn, and you really want to sell it, it's not as hard as you might think. You are going to have to learn several things. You're going to have to wear several hats. You're going to have to be the cameraman, the director, the producer, the editor, the sound guy, the lighting guy. Okay, those are jobs that you really want to have individual people for. You're also going to need to be your own grip, which means the guys that are holding the boom mics or lighting or whatever the case is, or whatever you need on set, well, you're that guy. It's fun, but it can be tough. And if you don't get it right, then it can all go wrong. It's not impossible to learn, and you can all do it. I'll be going over some more DIY stuff or things that I've learned, and I'll try and help you guys out. And I know I try and keep these videos short, but holy crap, I just can't stop talking. So for those of you who have actually sat through this entire video, you're awesome. Awesome, awesome. And I even told myself going into this, keep it short, keep it short. Yeah, right. Who am I kidding? Thank you guys for subscribing. For those of you who are watching this video for the first time and haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to be having some AVN video for my time there coming up online here pretty soon. We're just waiting for a couple of other dominoes to fall to get a few things in line. And then from there, we'll be able to start showing you some of the AVN content, some of the women there. Man, let me tell you, it's crazy, nuts. And I didn't even get some of the stuff on camera. That's just walking in the halls to and from. You know, I swear I should have been shooting 24/7 the whole time I was at the Hard Rock where AVN was being held. Man, there was some crazy shit going on. Stuff that would have been awesome to capture on video. Some of it I can't put on YouTube, unfortunately. But anyway, I will have some AVN footage as promised for my last video for you guys. Oh, and one last thing. You may have noticed some videos have been taken down. The reason being is because, like I said, Underground Video Productions has gone pro. We're now in business. And I needed to take some of the stuff down just to be able to show a certain type of content. I do really want to try and bring some of those videos back again. I get a lot of emails from you guys regarding seeing through tops and how to see through clothes using Photoshop, and I love to hear from you guys. So that being said, see, I'm still not shutting up. That being said, you guys email me, please. My email is the_videographer1, that's the number 1, at yahoo.com. Ask me any questions you want regarding video editing, shooting, lenses, whatever. If I can help, I will. And if you guys have photos that you want me to Photoshop and make those tops see-through, I certainly will. But if you do have something, please, please, please send me high-res photos. The bigger the photo, the easier it is to work with. And you guys have to remember, if the clothing is thick, there's not much I can do about it, especially if you want it to look realistic. Again, if there's a bra underneath the top and it's pretty obvious, there's no way I'm going to be able to hide that fact. So, but you know what? Send me an email and I'll see what I can do to help you guys out. Guys, have a good one.